Today's Dallas Cowboys Report mailbag is powered by Manscaped. If you want to have a little bit more success off the field than maybe what you're having right now, use Manscaped. Guys, 20% off and free shipping on all their fantastic men's grooming products when you use promo code Cowboys at manscaped.com. From Taha Ahmed, would you say the Cowboys have the best depth in the NFL right now? I don't know. Depth is very tricky to identify. I think the Cowboys staff has done a good job of hiding and limiting and maximizing some of those depth pieces. I mean, it might be a team like Houston. Houston has great depth. They're just top-end talent. Sucks. All right, from Mark, do you see a dip in Schultz's production once Gallup is back? I mean, probably. Schultz has become kind of the safety blanket for Dallas and for Dak Prescott. I don't think he gets to 900 yards like to his paces. So, yes, I think he dips a little bit. Next up from Will Marshall here. Oh, we'll go to Alejandro or somebody here. Just pick one for me. You think 14-3 would take the 1 seed for the NFC? I think it would be close. I don't know if that would end up really being the case for the Cowboys. I wonder if 15 might be needed. But your number one competition right now is the Bucs, right? They've already got 1 loss. I think they get 2 more. But you might lose the tiebreaker there. The NFC West, meanwhile, is so good. Even though Arizona, LA all have 1 or no losses, I think at some point that ends up getting, they kind of beat up on each other. So 14-3 might get you the 1 seed. It also might lose a tiebreaker with how good some of those teams end up looking like right now. From Let the Boy Watch, could the Cowboys trade away La'el Collins? I did bring this up on my trade targets video, and many of you guys did not like it in the live chat. It's what smart teams do. They explore all options. Even if you say no, have the conversation about exploring it. There are some issues with any La'el Collins trade. How much do teams value him, right? Is that something that they're looking for, etc.? There's also the contract side of things right now. The Cowboys don't actually save very much money if they trade away La'el Collins. Only about $1 million this year, $1.3 million if moved after the season. Unless you can get a good starter on the defensive side of the ball, you keep La'el Collins. But if the team offers you a good corner, a good defensive tackle, maybe you explore that option. Maybe you look into what's going on with other teams. If you can get a good starter, you would be remiss to not at least explore. I think in the end, the answer is no, and you can revisit after the year ends, but I would at least look around the market given how impressive Terence Steele has been this year. So what do you guys think? What do you want to do with La'el Collins? Get your votes in for me in the comments section. You can type T for trade or type in K for keep. This is going to be the pinned comment on today's video. So if you get the ad break here on YouTube, scroll on down and get your votes in. Thomas Roberts, Cowboys need to be selling right now, not buying, sell for future draft picks. This thought does not make sense. The Cowboys should be buyers. They should not be sellers at the deadline. You are a contending team. I don't care about future picks. Either stand pat or buy. From Joey, okay, there we go from Joey. So I saw this online and want your opinion. Martin, no, I'm out. No. Don't move Zack Martin. Again, why would you move Zack Martin? There's no need for that. He is a good right guard. La'el Collins has not played right guard. Pick one of Steele or Collins to play at right tackle and pick one of McGovern or Biadish to play at center. Moving 3 guys around, it's not a good idea. All right, from Mark, too early to predict who the boys might want to take with their first rounder. I am of the mindset that it is way too early. I do have a mock draft coming out, by the way, 4 p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesday on the Chat Sports channel. You can see what I picked for the Cowboys. You know what? On the on-demand version of this video here for me, I will make sure that we put in the link to that mock draft so you guys can peek who I have the Cowboys picking very much late in round 1. From My Forte 06, thoughts on trading D-Law in the offseason to acquire draft capital and re-sign some of the current UFAs. So here's your number one problem, which, by the way, this door is open. The Cowboys did not redo Tank's deal. It's an option steal. If you trade away DeMarcus Lawrence before the NFL draft, right, if you get something back for him at the right time, pre-June 1st, you only save $8 million. So that's an option. Post-June 1st is 19, which you can have until after June 1st. It doesn't really help you re-sign anybody. It's a decision that will have to be made this offseason. It is a door that is open. Let's check in after the year ends. I am open to it. You also might see a hybrid here in terms of the, taking a look at it and maybe you restructure his deal short term and then move on next year. That could be in play, but I think it's something the Cowboys need to consider with the way the deal is structured. No decisions made right now, but the door is open. That window is open as well. Now, as mentioned, today's show, powered by our friends over at Manscaped. Grab the new Lawnmower 4.0. This is the number one men's grooming product out there on the internet. 20% off and free shipping when you use promo code Cowboys at Manscaped.com. Now, as many of you know, my wife is currently all but about 6 weeks away from giving birth to our first child. And I'm not saying that if I didn't use Manscaped, that we would not be having a kid. But I'm also not saying it either. We can't disprove the correlation. Manscaped.com, promo code Cowboys. From Timmy, need a better CB2 for when teams throw away from Diggs. Trent McDuffie in this year's draft. So, sure, I think that could make some sense. I think what you're going to run into here is McDuffie a upgrade over Kelvin Joseph. You just spent 2 top 100 picks. That's an issue. All right, from Michael. Calling it now, Cowboys-Bills Super Bowl. I would love it. Keep the trend going of the Cowboys beating the Bills in the Super Bowl, but I'm open to the idea. From Con Nerd 1. Tre Flowers just got cut. Make a move. He sucks. My answer is no. Tre Flowers, guys, do we realize how bad Seattle is at corner? They got one decent corner in DJ Reed. Sidney Jones was starting for them. That is not something the Cowboys should pursue. Tre Flowers, not good. He's not a good corner. That's not something that they should pursue because they simply do not need one. From Rafael Diaz-Munoz, which safety do you think we re-sign? I don't know. Let's see how they all play out. KZ, Hooker, and Curse are all free agents. That makes it tricky to identify right now. It's too early, guys. We played 5 games. Let's check in on that stuff 3 months from now. All right? And we will check in on that, by the way, as the season moves on. Once you get to the off season, we'll look at it. So if you haven't already, hit that big red button and subscribe. I know that the 1,000 people watching live right now, I know not all of you are subscribed. So if you haven't already, hit that big red button and join us for videos every single day here at the Cowboys Report. From Tristan Dallas, just going to go back to some of the super chats, by the way. With Connor Williams in his last year, could we move Steele to guard? I don't think he's a guard. I don't think Terence Steele's play style fits particularly well at the guard position. He is a tackle. If anyone takes over for Steele on the roster, it's probably Connor McGovern, which I'm okay with. A super chat, by the way, from Carlos, just $5. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. Very kind of you. Next up from Christopher Bishop. Cedrick Wilson playing well. Trade Michael Gallup. You don't have to trade Gallup right now, guys. Now, if you can get a good defensive player, okay, maybe. But I do think the offense is missing, at least in part because of Gallup as that vertical threat. They've missed that a little bit this year. I like Gallup. if you want to listen on trade, sure, but coming off the injury, you're not going to get max value. So I'd say no, keep Gallup and deal with that in the offseason. From Mark Souter, given how Diggs has been playing, would you still want to have seen the boys draft a corner had they had the opportunity, or stick with Parsons? So we are dangerously into hindsight, regret, whatever here. Here's my mindset in terms of where we're at. Parsons has been good. I don't want to ding him from that perspective. I will say this, though. I think we'd feel better about the secondary if the Cowboys had been able to take a Patrick Surtain. With that said, you can't complain that much about Micah Parsons. So because of that, I really don't want to play the hindsight game. It's fine. Things are working well. Hopefully Kelvin Joseph comes along in the near future. From not Jason Garrett, okay, not Jason, sure. Would you trade for Marcus Maye? In the end, I lean towards I don't really think that's a route the Cowboys are going to end up pursuing. Money's a big reason why. The Jets and Cowboys and Maye, those three parties, the Jets side, not agreeing with any player right now. He's hurt. And, oh, by the way, Marcus Maye had a DUI arrest that wasn't reported to the team for months. Kind of an issue. Now, Maye's salary, franchise tag 10.62, it's balanced out over the 17 games, so we'll just say half of that. Bit of an issue, you can't do anything with it because it's a franchise tag player. I like Marcus Maye. The Cowboys kind of backed into great safety play. The Cowboys, I don't think there's a team in the NFL paying less this year for their safeties than Dallas. Donovan Wilson, late round pick, first contract. Same with Israel Mukwamu. DeMonte Casey, all right? Malik Hooker, Jaron Curse, all basically on vet min or close to it deals. The Cowboys have great safety depth because they've got lucky. So I think right now, no, you don't need Marcus Maye. Next year, different conversation in the offseason. Now I want you to name a player who you guys want to trade for. I will ask in this case, please keep it a little bit realistic, so don't just get wild out there, but let me know in the comments section. Super chat now from Will Marshall. Parsons was too quiet being stuck at linebacker on Sunday. I don't know if that's actually the case. Now, they didn't rush him a ton off the edge, and I understand that he's been really damn good as a pass rusher. I get that from that perspective, but there were several key plays where Parsons was spying the very athletic Daniel Jones, in which he made the play even if not being in the stat sheet. So yes, the stat production wasn't off the charts, but I think there was still an impact. I want to continue to use Parsons as kind of the ultimate gadget player in coverage, run support, and as a blitzer. I want to get him more rushes, yes, but I wouldn't say too quiet in the end. I thought his impact was felt more from the film viewpoint than like the stat viewpoint. From my burner account, a funny troll question here. Trade for Chaz the Wall Green. Dude's a legend. I hate Chaz Green. He almost broke this team. All right, Timmy Reynolds. Free Jabril Cox now that Jason is gone. Yes. Hashtag free Cox in the comment section. You mean Jalen, of course, too. I know I know what you mean. He's fourth linebacker right now. You know, he's behind no order, but actual order. Micah Parsons, Keanu Neal, LVE. Cox is behind those guys at this point. So we'll see how much usage Cox. I do hope, though, he gets to get more run, especially in coverage packages moving forward. From Christopher Bishop, could La'el Collins go to guard and keep Terence Steele outside? Isn't left guard his natural spot? No to both of those questions, and allow me to explain why. And this is a very common question we get, so I'm glad that we brought it up today. La'el Collins did play guard at one point in the NFL. His 2019 play at right tackle was better than anything he showed at any point at left guard. On top of that, Terence Steele is not your third best offensive lineman. Now, he's been good, but your third best offensive lineman, is probably La'el Collins once he's back. And also, Connor Williams, guys, has been outright very good this year. Straight up, no buts. There are a couple times he gets beat. He's been good. And on top of that, asking a player to go from right tackle, set up like this, to left tackle, set up like this, is not a good idea. Those in-season changes are not easy. Keep La'el Collins at right tackle. That is where he is at his best, and I get wanting to play Terence Steele. I understand that. But you're opening up two new potential holes because how is La'el Collins going to play at left guard? We don't know. Left guard's not your issue. Center is your issue. That's your concern, I think, on the offensive line right now. If you want to start Steele, okay, I get it. If you want to get Steele on the field too, I get that. But he's cheap, under contract. Don't panic on that spot right now. Now, we will see who's out there for the offensive line this week against the Patriots. But get your votes in. Predict the score for me in the comments section. Cowboys, Patriots, flood the comments section, folks, please and thank you with your answers. From Javier, just a $5 super. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that one quite a bit. From Nick Havens, biggest threat to the Cowboys in the NFC East, Washington, Philadelphia. I feel really good about the Cowboys winning the division as long as Dak stays healthy. NFC overall, Bucks, Cardinals, Rams, Packers. It's a good division. I think getting that bye could be really key for the Dallas Cowboys. From Diggs the Reaper, are the Cowboys a serious Super Bowl contender in a year or two? I don't know, should I do it? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to jinx anything this year. Hint, hint, wink, wink, catch my drift, please. But yeah, in a year or two, sure, I think they could be a contender. This year, I don't want to answer that one right now. Hint, hint. From Joey, Cowboys love Gallup, but if we can get a good defender, you might have to pull the trigger. Michael Gallup and a 3 and a 4 for Byron, or Gallup straight up for J.C. Jackson. Please put my question on the show. The Dolphins don't really need wide receiver help, so I'm not too sure on that front. I think that they say no. For J.C. Jackson, the Patriots have no corners now, so I think they also end up saying no. But if you can get a good defender, you at least have to think about it right now. No guarantee, but think about it for the Cowboys.